Y'all know I'm big on names. Audioslave is a phenomenal name. Phenomenal name. I don't know why. I saw it in the comment section. I was like, somebody said you need to react to Audioslave. I said, Audioslave. Immediately I looked it up and I said, wow. And then when I looked it up, it says supergroup. Now that's the first time I've ever seen that term. A supergroup. So I had to look it up. A supergroup is a musical group whose members are successful as solo artists or as members of other successful groups. Right? So I read that and I said, so this is an all-star group. That's basically how I interpret that. You know, somebody who comes from sports. This is an all-star group. A group of it's like a unofficial Led Zeppelin, because that's essentially what Led Zeppelin was. You just got the best drummer in London, with the best arranger and one of the best studio guitarists in Jimmy Page, and you combine them. You know, like that's nuts. Or Cream, you got just the best drummer in town, one of the best guitarists in town, and Eric Clapton. And it like, so obviously I want to know who's in this band. A super group. I gotta see this. Audioslave was an American rock supergroup formed in Glendale, California in 2001. The four-piece band consisted of Soundgarden's lead singer and rhythm guitarist Chris Cornell. Soundgarden. Have I reacted? No, I've never reacted to Soundgarden. It doesn't ring a bell. With Rage Against the Machine members Tom Morello, Tim Comerford, and Brad Wilk. Now y'all know Rage Against the Machine might be my favorite band. I've said it multiple times here. Their music is the one that I take a liking to more than anybody else. I'll say that. So the fact that you have Rage Against the Machine involved in this, I'm very excited. Critics first described Audioslave as a combination of Soundgarden and Rage Against the Machine. But by the band's second album, Out of Exile, it was noted that they had established a separate identity. Their unique sound was created by blending 1970s hard rock and 1990s alternative rock with musical influences that included 1960s funk, soul, and R&B. Holy schmuck. As with Rage Against the Machine, the band prided themselves on the fact that all sounds on their albums were produced using only guitars, bass, drums, and vocals, with emphasis on Cornell's wide vocal range and Morello's unconventional guitar solos. Okay. This sounds like it's going to be fun. In their 6 years together, Audioslave released 3 albums, received 3 Grammy nominations, sold more than 8 million records worldwide, and became the first American rock band to perform an open-air concert in Cuba. They disbanded in February 2007 after Cornell issued a statement announcing that he was leaving the band. Later that year, Cornell and Morello released solo albums, and Morello, Comerford, and Wilk reunited with... so they reunited with Rage Against the Machine. Oh, no. Cornell died in 2017. Oh, that sucks. Okay. So you just got one of the best, a great vocalist with some great instrumentation. And you have 70s hard rock, 90s alternative rock with funk, soul, and R&B. Yep, I'm sold. I gotta hear it. Let's go. That sounded phenomenal. For one, I forgot my man's name right already. I'm so sorry. Chris, no, he the man. God rest his soul. Legs crossed, leaning back, just singing, just chilling. Like, I know I got this. That bass line. Boom, 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 boom. I don't know. Y'all know the bass line is like, it's just such an appeasing thing to me. It's one of the first things I hear when I hear a song. But overall, this is a vibe. I love the direction we're headed. I'm still picking up on the lyrics and where they're taking me. But sonically, just that drum loop. I like this. I like this. And Chris's voice, it almost sounds like he's murmuring a little bit. Like, like he's singing. I like this. I don't know how to describe nothing right now, but I like this.
And on my deathbed, I will pray to the gods and the angels like a pagan, to anyone who will take me to heaven, to a place I recall. I was there so long ago. The sky was bruised, the wine was bled, and there you led me on.
That's one of my favorite guitar solos ever. If I didn't just read what I read, and I remember I had the same type of feeling when I found out that on Killing in the Name, I thought it was a DJ mixing. And as we just read, Rage Against the Machine, that was a guitar producing that sound. This Martian, outer world, futuristic squeal thing, I don't know what you got to do to your guitar to make it produce that sound, but that's incredible. And then the fact that it was a legit solo and it sounded great. I'm gonna assume synthesizers, but we'll do the song research afterwards. That was dope.
Until the day was gone and I sat in regret of all the things I've done, for all that I've blessed and all that I've wronged in dreams until my death. I will wander on in yours along to be roam by roam patiently. I'll wait for you there like a stone. I'll wait for you there alone,
Yo, on that last Alone and that Like a Stone, he sounded like what's my man's name from CCR? From Creedence Clearwater Revival? He sounded like, is it John? Yeah, John. He sounded like John Fogerty. Did he not? Tell me that didn't sound like John. That was crazy. Yo, I like that. Like a star. I want to go straight to the song. It was on the second single from the debut album in January 2003. The song topped both Billboard Hot Mainstream Rock charts and Hot Modern Rock charts, and number 31 on the Hot 100, making it their biggest U.S. hit. Been certified gold. It became the 5th best performing alternative song on the Alternative Songs chart of the decade and the 8th best performing rock song on the Mainstream Rock chart of the decade. Epic and Interscope. Rick freaking Rubin produced this. Gosh, Rick Rubin, man, I swear, yo. Oh, man, he's just everywhere. Bassist Tim Comerford claims that the song is about an old man waiting for death who sits in a house alone after all his friends and family have passed on, waiting to be reunited with them. However, while Comerford originally thought it was a song about love and romance, band band singer and songwriter Chris Cornell, explains that it's a song about concentrating on the afterlife you would hope for, rather than the normal monastic, I hope I pronounced that right, approach. You work really hard all your life to be a good person and a moral persona and fair and generous, then you go to hell anyway. That's hard to hear. Wow. Wow. You live your whole life trying to be a good moral person, and you go to hell anyway. Y'all think that's true? I mean, nobody, of course, nobody living can answer this question. But to think that's the case, I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna stick with Tim's definition and meaning of the song. Chris kinda, God rest his soul, he messed me up with that one. To be a good moral person and feel as though you go to hell anyway. That's hard to hear. Now it got me thinking. Lord have mercy. I wanted to see more about the composition, but that's all they gave me. They didn't really get into the composition like I would have wanted. That sucks. I really want to know how this song was put together. Honestly. It's a phenomenal song. It was beautiful but depressing. It had a lot of light, but it was pretty dark. You know, it's one of those abstract pieces that if you were at an art gallery, you just stare at, and it's so many different ways to take it. But I thoroughly enjoyed it. I loved everything. Chris's vocals, my first time hearing them. I would definitely love to hear some Soundgarden. Considering that they said, you know, he comes from another really, really successful band. I would love to hear some Soundgarden. But his voice is phenomenal. And anything associated with Rage Against the Machine is incredible. And same applied here. The drums, the acoustic and electric guitar combination was really good. The bass, like I said, I love the bass line, especially at the beginning. So I'm going to assume they broke up because they wanted to get back with their original bands, but considering that you had 3 successful albums, 8 million records, 3 Grammy nominations, clearly you had the support of your label. So it wasn't a lack of success or anything like that. So I'm really intrigued to know why they broke up. They just said, Chris put out a letter and said, hey, we about to end this. But I would love to know why they stopped. And I would love to know how they got together, because I forgot exactly why Rage said they broke up the first time. I want to say it was, artistic direction. They, Zach wanted to do one thing, everybody else wanted to do something else. But I got to do some research and refresh my mind on that. But I would love to know how they got together. Like, I'm gonna assume, they knew each other, but just what made them say, hey, let's do some music. I really want to know how that came about. But yeah, man, Audioslave. Listen, I want to hear more from them. They don't have the longest or deepest discography, but in just one song, I see they were really, really amazing. So I want to hear some more. So y'all requested and recommended, and I'm on it. But as always, like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate y'all for watching. Until next time with Audioslave. Peace.